Well, I know there was a lot of that stretch of that game where we didn't play well, but I was super excited about our effort today. And just, we've been preaching all week about it's a new year and starting over and getting our emotions back and getting our energy back. And I really, especially the first 10 minutes of the game, I really thought our guys put a lot out there, especially Cullen and Mike really had great energy games and emotional attachment to the game. And that's something that, if they give you that every night, we can get a lot better. And we didn't play as good as, we made a lot of some of the mistakes we made last year, but we played at a different mentality and a different toughness today. And so I'm pleased with that as a start for our new year, and something we can, I think, take some momentum and build on going into the league. It was a much-needed game for us confidence-wise, and we've got a lot to clean up and a lot to do, but I think we made a step in the right direction today, and so I'm pleased with that.
All right, we'll open it up for questions.
Coach, I asked you something like this last year. Do you think that the Long Beach State basketball team that played today would beat the Long Beach State basketball team that played here for homecoming against San Diego?
Yes. Yes, I do. Because I think right now we got more – today we had more roles defined, and I think defensively we scored 20 points off of their turnovers, 34 points in the paint, 19 second-half points. We got points from other areas today. At San Diego, a lot of that in that game was their turnovers and their newness as much as anything. Today, we dictated this game, and it's a great question, and it's one that's hypothetical, so I don't deal with those much. I know this. I've been telling them the last 2 weeks of last year that we weren't as good as we were those first couple weeks against UCLA and San Diego, and give me that team back. I want that same team that didn't have agendas, that have that emotion that they had in those couple weeks to start the season. And I think we lost some of that, but I think over this break we gained it back. And so I think it'd be a great game, but I think right now what I'm focusing on is we're in that same ballpark again, and now we can go. If we just go forward from there, we're going to be good.
Colin, there's a lot of talk vocally on the court with you guys trying to figure stuff out. With league play starting this week, are there any concerns about still like cleaning those stuff up and figuring out your identity on the court as a team?
I think that's a lovely part about basketball. Like every day and every second of every day is different. So my big thing is with our guys is that we just adapt to the moment and enjoy the moment. The good parts, the bad parts, everything, we're going to work together through it. And that's what Coach has been expressing to us all week. Like, just be together, play for each other every single moment. So concerns, like, as long as I'm going through it with them, we're good. That's all I worry about.
Michael, you seem to be enjoying yourself out there today. How much getting that joy, kind of what Coach was talking about, how important is that going to be in conference play to kind of, just enjoy playing the game?
It's kind of just like anything. If it's not fun, you're not going to want to do it. And right now, the way that we're playing, we like the way that we're playing. We like pushing the ball. We like being in the passing lanes. We like running. And right now, for me personally, I just wanted to change because it's a new year and get back to having fun. And it's serious. Like, all this college stuff is serious, but at the end of the day, it's basketball, and this is what I love to do. So why not have fun? Why let it, mess with my emotions and make me sad? I'm out there playing. There's a lot of people that aren't. So.
Coach, you said that this preseason would be a true preseason for your team. Now that it's completed, how would you assess your team's non-conference record and overall play?
I don't know if disappointing is a word, but I think I guess that's a good word for it. I think we thought we would be at a better point. We lost 2 home games against teams we thought we could beat, and we didn't play together in Seattle, which was a game that we thought we should have played better. But if it takes those kind of games for us to get where we need to go, then the preseason is worthwhile. I was going to tell the team this, next week, but one of the years Casper Ware was here, I think it might have been either his freshman or sophomore year, we played really well in the preseason. We had a couple of big wins and great momentum going in. And guys thought, well, now we're going to the Big West. Now it's going to be easy. And we start off about 0-4. This team knows the grind now. I mean, they've been humbled. And maybe humbling is a better word for our preseason, because we came back from Costa Rica, coaches included. We were giddy. I mean, we all really felt like, we had a special team. We still might, but we're humbled from that now and have learned that we've got work to do. And, this isn't going to be a week where we're going into Northridge thinking, oh, we got an easy. Now we're in the Big West and it's easy. We know where we're at, and the preseason is to find out who you are, and for that it was a good preseason. We know who we are, we don't like who we are, and we're going to change that. And I think today was a great start of the new year of doing that. That they were very coachable today. They did what we asked them to do. They didn't sustain it like they're going to have success for 40 minutes, but the way we focused in defensively to start that game. Okay, the way we took care of that ball early, and I think we had 7 assists, two turnovers to begin the game. All those are really good signs that they want to do what we're asking them to do. And now that we've been humbled, hopefully, the other thing, though, the preseason that I didn't like is we lost some confidence. You can be humbled, but you still got to believe in yourself. And I think we got some of that back this week. I think guys are back believing in themselves, and individually, some of that came back today.
Coach, Drew Cobb was inactive today and at the Florida game. What's keeping him out, and will he be ready for the game at CSUN?
Well, he had a really bad. It wasn't just a ankle sprain, but a foot sprain, and every one of those are different, and it's every one of them is different for each individual. And I don't know that he'd ever had a sprain on that ankle, and those are the worst the first time it happens, and. I don't get involved in that stuff because I've never coached any player tougher than Drew Cobb, and I've never had any trainer better than Jared Spanger, and they make that decision if he's playing or not. It's it's day to day. He hasn't been practicing, so I don't know what his status is this week, but I know it'll be the best thing for Drew Cobb and the best thing for the team, and I think. Coming back for the 2 games that he did, it didn't feel right. It wasn't right, and we're not going to jeopardize him or his career or our team. One thing we're doing this over 30 years. If a guy doesn't feel right, it doesn't matter how talented he is, how much you need him, any of those things. It's not going to work out. I've never had a kid out there that wasn't comfortable. And I really go back to Larry Anderson. I still kick myself in 2012 in the NCAA tournament, who tried to play on it, and it was a valiant, toughness check. But I believe we would have won that game if he would have either played or didn't play. But trying it out, it doesn't work, and we're not going to do that with Drew. If Drew plays, he'll be 100% ready to go mentally and physically. If he doesn't, then we're not going to jeopardize that. We can win games with or without Drew Cobb. We'd love to have him, but this is a team, and we have to do what's best for the individual before the team.